Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other, and this is take 3 on this one. And I was looking at a program from 1975, November 29th, 1975 to be exact. Houston Cougars taking on University of Tulsa. 1975, and there's an article in here about the first football game ever played in the United States. U.S. had its intercollegiate introduction on November 6, 1869, and on this date, Rutgers and Princeton engaged in the first of a 3-game series. A challenge from Rutgers. Seems that Princeton, the challengee, had inflicted a 42 baseball defeat upon Rutgers on May 5th, 1886. For 3 years, Rutgers wanted to get even with Princeton. Men of Princeton accepted the challenge. It was agreed that the game would be played on a field 360 feet long and 225 feet wide. The goals marked by posts would be 24 feet wide. Each side would have 25 players. When I'm reading from this article, there would be no throwing or running with a round inflated rubber ball, only kicking and dribbling. Sounds more like basketball. There would be no holding of the ball on free kicks. There would be no tripping or holding opposing players. One coin toss would decide the choice of goals, another toss would decide who would have the first kick. Other rules governing out of bounds kicks and missed field goal attempts were also inserted, and there would be 6 officials. It says the men of Rutgers wore red stocking caps. Within the first 5 minutes, Stephen C. Gano and George R. Dixon combined to score the first goal for Rutgers. Combat grew fierce. Big Michael, a giant, put some teeth into the Princeton attack and roughed up the Rutgers defenders plenty, but Rutgers had it when they needed it and were leading 6-4 when the game came to a crashing end. 6-4 sounds more like a soccer game. It says here, to sum it up, Princeton had the most muscle but didn't kick very well and wanted organization. They evidently didn't like to kick the ball on the ground. Rutgers men, on the other hand, though comparatively weak, ran well and kicked well throughout. But their great point was the organization. The right men were always in the right place. Kind of interesting. It sounded like this football game is more like a soccer game than what football is today. But that's what I was able to find out on this first game. And it talked about a 3-game series. There was no mention of any other 2 games besides that one. But anyway, looking for more ideas on shows to do in the future. Like I said in my shows about preserving history, especially obscure aspects of history, which another obscure one that I've happened to run across. And with that being said, like, subscribe, share. As always, thanks for watching.